Fulton County, Georgia. I'm Judge Melanie Williams. I'm going to call the entire calendar and await announcements from defense counsel or the state as it pertains to the case to ascertain how we intend to plead. Are there any private attorneys on Zoom? I don't see any. All right. We'll start with the final plea calendar. Jarquez Bell, 21 CR 002385Y. Is Mr. Bell present? Okay. DeAndre Bracken, 20 CR 003938E.
That's my case, Your Honor. Didn't have any luck getting in touch with him yesterday. Is he present on Zoom?
He is not. Okay. Position 3, Latonya Harvey is being reset to the Tuesday, January 9th calendar. Michael Henderson, 21 CR 008007E. Is Mr. Henderson present? Are we sure our notices went out? Samuel Johnson, 21 CR 006370F. Are you Mr. Johnson? Is Mr. Johnson taking a plea today?
Possibly, Judge, if we could hold on that case, so I can speak with him in the state.
Okay. Yannick, perhaps, Kinsaka. I apologize for mispronouncing that. Is Yannick Kinsaka present?
My case, Your Honor.
You can't find.
Are they present on Zoom?
They are not. It's not ideal. Tristan McKay, or Tristan, perhaps? Tristan McKay?
Present in the courtroom on Zoom.
Nope.
I do have an officer in the state on that.
Okay, well, yes, show. Amanda UT Fempong. I have that one is reset final plea February the 9th. So we'll just take that case up then. That case has been removed. Northborough Rivera.
Good afternoon, Judge. That's my case. Is Mr. Rivera present in court or on the Zoom call?
Nope. Miss Chancey, will you sound just in case?
Yes, ma'am. Señor Rivera, Norberto, ¿está presente en la plataforma de Zoom? Por favor, prenda su cámara. Señor Rivera.
We'll hold for a few moments and then we'll release Miss Chancey.
And Judge, I hear that announcement. Normally, Mr. Rivera shows up in person with his own translator, Judge, at the last 2 court appearances. If he does not appear, Judge, I do ask that this be reset. I do think that there may have been a notice issue.
Well, we'll see. We'll consider that, but I'm hearing that the notices did go out. We'll see.
Understood.
All right. Thank you, Miss Helen. Rashad Strand.
That's my case, Your Honor.
Yes, he planned to take a plea.
I need to speak with him. I do have an officer in the state.
All right. All right, let's call the show cause calendar and then let's begin with the discussion so that we can conclude. Tyler Andrews is present on Zoom. Is there an announcement from the defense? He has a previous bench warrant, I believe, closed by arrest.
Hello.
All right, Ms. Andrews is present. Is there an announcement? Hold 1 second, Ms. Andrews.
But I'm not seeing that he's represented. I don't know if he's.
Okay. Do you have an attorney, Mr. Andrews?
I messaged them and emailed them like 2 months ago, and they didn't message me back and through email till about 2 days ago with a
Okay, chat your information to Ms. Helen. She's gonna speak to you to see if you qualify.
Oh,
Miss-
Judge, he's correct. He did email us. We did submit a application for our services to Mr. Andrews and requested that he complete that before today's court appearance so that we could see if he could qualify and get through the calendar much quicker, Judge, but he hasn't done that.
I understand. Will you qualify him now? Thank you. All right, Alexis Gibson. Not present in the courtroom or on Zoom.
Judge,
Mr.
I believe she's TCL 20XE.
Ms. Gibson, unmute. And Mr. Andrews, please make Ms. Helen's job easy. She indicated that you got an application previously. Please find it and figure out how to send it to her so she can help you now. We don't want to be here all day waiting for that. Ms.
Yes,
Gibson,
Yeah,
All right, Ms. Gibson, do you have an attorney?
I don't.
Judge, I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off. Ms. Gibson did contact the public defender's office. She submitted an application. She does qualify, Judge. I will be that public defender over this case. I did want to just give some background information as to why she's on a failure to appear calendar, Judge. I do believe that she was in a car accident just as recently as this Saturday, Judge, which made it impossible for her to appear in person, but I made sure she appeared at least via Zoom, Judge. She also drove to Georgia to reschedule her court date when she did find out that she had a failure to appear warrant from this case. That occurred from her applying for a job. So that's how she was even updated on that bench warrant, and she did go to the court. I think that's an Odyssey, November 7th, 2021, when she did update. So Judge, we are just asking for a short reset. That could be a final plea or status, whatever the court would prefer, so that I can enter in my appearance and work this case for Ms. Gibson.
All right. Let's see, what are my options? She was on a show cause. All right, we will reset her to March 1 status.
Thank you, Judge.
Work up the case, and Ms. Gibson is free to
Thank
go.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
Judge.
so much.
All right, take care.
All right, have a good one.
All right,
All right, you too.
Jonathan Johnson. Not present in court. Are you Jonathan Johnson? Okay, Jonathan Johnson, present. Okay, that is the entire show cause and final plea calendar. If we didn't call your name, please quietly come forward. Sir, your name? What's your name?
But that's my client. If we could hold and report back, please.
Okay. All right, is there anyone else in the courtroom whose name was not called?
Judge, but I do have an announcement about position number 3.
Okay, that one's reset to Tuesday.
Yes, okay, I'm just making sure your honor's aware of that.
You're gonna message Catrice Helen, PD Catrice Helen, Mr. Andrews, please do
And I
that.
just sent him a message if he could respond. And if that is an issue, he could just read me his phone number and I could qualify him over the phone.
Okay, either one of those. Okay, Ms. Gibson is free to go. Mr. Andrews is speaking with Ms. Helen. Mr. Johnson did not appear. Mr. Bell, is Mr. Bell present now? No?
Mr. Bell is not present, but Mr. Samuel Johnson is present.
We have a Jonathan Johnson. Oh, Samuel Johnson, right? I knew that one. I was trying to see if Jonathan Johnson had come yet.
Understood.
And Mr. Rivera still has not logged on.
Señor Rivera,
Who do we have at Carol Ann's iPad? Okay. All right, well, we'll hold to see if we're gonna take pleas in any of these cases. Do we have that the notices went back for anybody on the show cause who didn't come? Well, this is just the one gentleman, Mr. Johnson.
I mean, yeah. Um,
If I don't see any,
No returns? Okay. Ms. Chancey, I'm gonna have you just hold one more moment in the hopes
Yes,
that
ma'am.
Mr. Rivera appears.
Yes, ma'am, no problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you have another court to be in?
No,
Okay. I'll just reset it. I won't do show cause. I may do bench warrants but final plea, I'm inclined to probably reset. I think, because if there was, the Zoom link was wrong on the final plea or no? Probably, it's the same.
I thought that final plea and show cause was supposed to be in person, so if they sit down Zoom, we do it.
It wasn't right. But clearly somebody got it. Because of the Zoom link issues, I won't do FGAs today, just in case, so that next time, even though. Cause I see some of these say in person only, but some don't, so. We're just late today.
Let's go Gomez,
Who's here?
Vega, position one. That position seven.
Okay.
Oh, let's see.
Mr.
Can I ask you a question about money stuff? I'm sorry. Yeah, like fines and court fees and stuff. So I have a client who has a money order.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what possessions and just.
Why is everybody late today? So why is everybody late today? Okay, thank you.
It's a. She does want me to go on probation. So I told her. Whatever we have, we'll give you. You pay probation. No, those are. Search for some cases, he literally has that. To track with. But I didn't know if there was a different one that's on the checks or. Am I confusing you?
You can. For probation, you can ask for the probation. You can ask.
It's not the end of the world, but I want to make everyone's lives easier and just did already go to the other meeting.
So.
So nothing to do that. Okay, so it'll end up. It'll go to probation. There's no way we can take that today to like check them. Okay, that's what.
It's not even, they won't even.
I got you. I appreciate you letting me. Anything else? Okay.
reach out to Miss Jones, Tyler Jones. You can email her. Tyler Jones. Yeah, that's the one that called her. Tyler Jones. Or whatever you want. I can't do anything.
I know you can. That's probably my thing.
Yeah, okay.
Tyler Jones.
Yeah.
The police report said that. I don't want to call that.
I don't even need to reach out to them. She.
And Judge, I've got two announcements if the court's ready.
Court is ready.
Judge, Mr. Tyler Andrews, position 1 on the show cause calendar. He appeared via Zoom. I think he's just trying to log back in. He qualifies, Judge. I just want to be able to enter in my appearance and work this case up. Because of the charges, Judge, and I have spoken to him, I really want to watch that video discovery with Mr. Andrews. So the March date, just to give enough time to get all that together.
All right, so reset to the March 1st status. And we'll hope that'll be the only reset there. From there, we can go to other calendars, all right?
Yes, Judge. And one more announcement for position, well, I'm sorry, Mr. Riviera Norberto.
It's 2:00. Let's sound for him one more time, Ms. Chancey.
Señor Rivera, Norberto Rivera, ¿está presente? Prenda su cámara, por favor.
I saw, who is that? Jimmy Smith? Who is that person? I'm gonna assume Mr. Rivera is not here or in the courtroom. Ms. Helen, what was your announcement or your request?
Judge, I'd like this to honestly go to a jury trial calendar. I've sent 2 numbers to Ms. Chancey to see if she can try to call those and
Oh,
get in contact with those individuals. But I would like this to be put on a jury trial calendar, Judge.
Okay, and
I'm sorry, Miss Ellen, I just saw those.
That's okay. No, I'm
If
sorry.
you
That's
can
not-
give me 1 minute, I can check and see what's going on.
that's okay. We'll just reset one time.
Oh. I'm sorry.
That's okay. He didn't arrive. That's okay. And because there were some Zoom issues, I won't do the FTA today.
Thank you, Judge.
So further notice, jury trial. And Ms. Chancey, you can be excused, but will you sound before you go to make sure no one needs your assistance?
Yes, ma'am. ¿Hay alguien que necesite un intérprete en español? Por favor, prenda su cámara y avísenos.
Hearing none. Thank you, Ms. Chancey. Have a
All
great
right.
weekend.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too. Position 1 is here, 2 is here, 4 is here, 5 is here. So the only positions that did not show are 6, just 6 and 8. Oh, 8 was already reset. So just 6 and 9. That's Shred now. He didn't take that, please. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
We have some announcements.
The town will be returning with a signed up plea. I just need to sign up Mr. Michael Henderson on the final plea calendar.
Okay,
But that's my only announcement right now.
okay. Ms. Shelley, do you have any announcements?
I'm getting close to having one.
So do you want to find out or do you? Okay. Okay, yeah, it's the next panel.
Well, then in that case, we'll just go to trial.
Okay. Yeah. Just 2 seconds.
The what? There's a mirror on the other.
That's done.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Thank you.
It's just came through 2 times. Okay. Okay, go. Okay. Tristan. I ate too much water.
How did you? You like it? I don't think so. No, we know from Jimmy.
I've asked twice. Jimmy Smith, please identify yourself, please. Okay, I think they left.
You know, for the bond. Now, okay, mom's gonna. So, do we need, somebody sees food and can give it out. Okay, 6, 7. Thank you. No, because all is all here.
Okay, I'm gonna take a brief recess.
In number 11, Mr. Rashad Strand, we are going to have this matter be placed on the next jury trial calendar.
All right. Mr. Strand, make sure your address stays current with the court. You are free to go at this time.
I'll email them right now so we can swap. I'm sorry.
Yeah, then.
I have that we have 5 cases left. 1, 2. Are you ready to take Mr.? Oh, they're not here. Oh, this case management, okay.
Judge, we're ready on for a plea for Mr. Michael Henderson if the court's ready.
All right, we can take that plea. Are there other announcements that I might be able to let someone go home?
Um, not from me, Judge, unfortunately.
Ms. Shelley, do you have any announcement where we might be able to release someone?
Not right now. Mr. Bracken is more than likely going to be at the.
Okay. All right, Mr. Henderson, please raise your right hand. Do you swear and affirm testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge and under the penalty of perjury?
I do.
All right. And will the, is this, Ms. Vivian, is this yours? All right, will you please give me the state's recommendation?
Yes, it is 12 months to serve 1 day, credit the time served 1 day, to do 6 amendment classes, pay a $200 fine, no further violent contact with the victim, Michelle Henderson, and the balance will be suspended upon completion of the conditions.
And Ms. Rosenberg, that was your understanding of the agreement? And you
Yes.
stipulate to the 3 elements?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna ask you some questions to make sure this is voluntary, Mr. Henderson. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone force you to take a plea?
No,
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
no, ma'am.
Did you understand that you're giving up your right to trial by judge or jury by taking the plea today?
Yes,
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
yes,
And you understand all the requirements of the
Yes.
sentence? All right. And you further understand that taking a guilty plea may affect other aspects of your life that I can anticipate, such as employment, immigration, other things of that nature?
yes,
All right, as to the charge, I'm sorry, I lost my place that quickly. Battery, family violence. How do you plead, Mr. Henderson?
guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything, he needs to do that probation sheet as well,
Yes, Your Honor.
and that I don't have, but other than that, is there anything additional?
I don't believe so, Judge. Thank you.
All right, best of luck to you, sir. That concludes your case. Once you fill out that probation form, you are free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, take care. Have a good day.
I'm gonna bring you something so that you can go for probation.
Yeah. I'll be able to. Yeah, it is home. I'm taking this home. Yeah. This is all things again. Yeah, this is. Mhm.
Judge, may we approach to discuss position number 5, please?
Sure. I was assuming this would need to be discussed. I can mute. We'll have to plea paperwork, correct? Oh, would you have something to tell me, Miss Shelley?
Yes, ma'am. I have a live person plea. Do we have plea paperwork,
You need blank plea paper?
or do we do DocuSign still? That's still.
Docu-
Okay.
Email it.
Or we don't have a stack anymore. She could just sign. We used to have a stack. It's gone.
Like a template.
It used to be a stack of plea paperwork in here. It's gone? Okay. There used to be a lot of forms in here. See how the forms are gone. We used to have the probation forms, no more forms.
Okay. Fair enough.
What's that sentence mean?
This today.
You're good.
Got it, I got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You know, I have an announcement whenever the court is ready.
Ready?
For the final plea, Tristan McKay.
Uh-huh.
could place that on a completion compliance calendar.
Okay.
Version.
How many, he's taking like, 8-week course or something, about how much time do you need is the reason I'm asking?
He's doing the,
8
operation, 8 hours and then 20 hours community service.
Okay, so he needs about 3 months, is that about right? So that, can we do that same May 10th? And then, no, what was it, April? There was an April,
Or
date.
8,
There was an April date, and I don't remember what it was, I mean. Yeah, I got dates in my head, April 19th is motions, May 10th was the extended compliance period, it's 12 weeks. It may be May 10th as I flip through here.
So we held it beautiful,
I was gonna do April, and April status.
April.
All right, April 5th, that is the date, thank you, right now. Mr. McKay, you are free to go, you're gonna be reset to the calendar on April the 5th of 2023. Make sure your attorney has the proper contact information, all right? Take care, you go. So we're still holding on position 1, position 2, position 5. And that's it. I think so.
Jonathan.
He didn't appear, so I guess he needs to notice smart return, but we did have a Zoom issue, so I won't do any FTAs. Let's get him on the final, put him back on show cause so that we know that there was an issue, and just put a note that this time there was a Zoom something, so he'll go to the next available show cause calendar. Cause clearly he didn't show one time before, but this time it may or may not have been his fault.
Quick announcement.
Mhm.
Position number one, Mr. Bell, we're requesting to further notice that to the next available trial calendar, please.
Trial by jury? Yes, it's open, okay. Jury trial requested, Mr. Bell, keep your address current with your attorney and the court. You are free to go at this time. All right. Mr. Henderson, did you do your probation form?
Yes, ma'am.
So what are you still, what else are you waiting?
I'm sorry.
I think you're free to go. Once you do that, you
I
might,
get a card or something to talk to. It's gonna be.
I think they reach out to you. There's really,
If you want.
but they typically will reach out to you. They're pretty good about that.
Thank you very much.
You're free to go. Take care.
Happy New Year.
I mean, unless you just want to stay with us.
No, I don't. Bye-bye.
Thank you. And it's time. I got it. I think we're okay. Just leave it, if it goes all the way out, take her up on that one. Alright. Okay, fine. Quite a few jury trial requests today. The only cases we have left are position 2 and 5, which we're holding on. Think so.
And position 2 is going to be a plea, Your Honor?
It is? Okay. We're working on the paperwork.
Yes.
Oh, I sent it to you.
Okay, wonderful. I was outside with them. That version. Then number 5, I believe, if I'm guesstimating correctly, Ms. Rosenbluth got there.
Okay.
Thank you all for your questions.
Ms. Renoff, did you get paperwork for Mr. Johnson?
All right, Mr. Johnson, let's take your plea. Please come forward. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear in affirming testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge and under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. Ms. Scythia, in case 21 CR 00637 F, will you please give me the state's recommendation?
12 months to serve 190 days, credit the time served 190 days to do an evaluation and require treatment, and the balance will be prorated.
All right. Was that your understanding, Ms. Rosenhuber? And do you stipulate special basis, ID, and venue in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, we do.
All right, I'm gonna ask you some questions. I'm reminding you that you're under oath. Are you under, are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, ma'am.
Am I unmuted and make sure? Yes. Are you satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone force you to take a plea?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking a plea?
No, ma'am.
You understand by taking a plea that you are giving up your right to trial by judge or jury?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that taking a guilty plea may affect other aspects of your life that I may not be able to anticipate, such as employment or immigration or probation?
Yes, ma'am.
As to the charges associated with this case, Mr. Johnson, how do you plead?
Yes.
I accept your guilty plea. Is there anything additional from the state or the defense?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, Mr. Johnson, once you filled out that probation form, you should be free to go.
All right.
You sit down and they're gonna have you fill out a form. Is an announcement already made for position 1 on the show cost calendar, or?
Yes, Ms. Helen asked us to reset status in March, as she was just getting associated with the facts.
Oh,
Yes.
no problem.
Sorry to interrupt. Judge, you're muted if you guys are.
My apologies. We're gonna swear you in again. Do you swear the current testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge under the penalty of perjury?
I do.
All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. Ms. Githia, please proceed. Thank you.
On both counts, the simple battery, family violence and battery, it is 12 months to serve 4 days, credit for time served 4 days, balance probated to do the family violence intervention program, to do either 40 hours of community service or pay a $300 fine, to do alcohol drug evaluation and any required treatment, and to have no contact with the victims, Aisha Harris and Jacqueline Flamer. Does the state stipulate to the facts, venue, and ID? Does the defense, I'm sorry, stipulate to the facts, venue, and ID?
We certainly do.
That's
All
all I
right, I
have.
want to make sure neither of those victims are here or on Zoom. Can I have those names again, Ms. Githia?
Yes, Aisha, IESHA Harris, and Jacqueline Flamer.
Are either of those parties present and wish to make a statement? Hearing, seeing none. All right, I'm gonna ask you some questions to make sure this is voluntary plea, all right?
Sure.
Reminding you that you're under oath. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at this time?
No, ma'am.
Did anyone promise you anything in exchange for taking the plea today?
No.
Did anyone force you to take the plea?
No.
Satisfied with your attorney's representation?
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to trial by judge or jury?
Yes.
And you understand you're giving up your right to have the state prove these charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes.
And you understand that taking a guilty plea may affect other aspects of your life that I can't anticipate, such as probation, immigration, employment, anything of that nature?
Yes.
And you further understand the requirements as just explained by the state and by your attorney as well?
Yes.
As to the charges I previously listed, Mr. Branca, how do you plead?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea at this time. Once you've filled out the probation form, you should be free to go.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, may I make a quick request?
Yes. What is
Um,
your-
Yeah, I do.
Just want to make sure on the record that the two counts are going to be running concurrent.
Correct.
And also, may I request early termination once he's completed his
requirements?
Yes.
Take a look.
Give me 1 second.
I have no objection to that. I think we'll allow that. But if you'd like to put an objection onto the record, Ms. Githia, to early termination.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. So granted, Ms. Shelley.
Thank you.
I just put on here run concurrent to be clear. Even though I'm sure it is, you never ever know. All right, I believe that is the entire calendar. Are there any parties that have not been addressed today? I'm gonna review the calendar with assistance, hopefully. All right, as it pertains to the ORCA show cause calendar, position 1 Andrews is being reset to the March 1st status calendar. As to the position Alexis Gibson, same announcement, March 1st status. Mr. Jonathan Johnson did not appear today because there may have been some issues with Zoom links. I'm unclear. We will reset that one to the first available show cause calendar. February 9th, thank you. All right, as it pertains to the final plea calendar, position 1 is being reset further notice for jury trial. That's Mr. Bell. We just took a plea here in Mr. Bracken's case. Position 3 is reset to Tuesday where Judge Long will take that plea. Position 4, we took a plea. Position 5, Mr. Johnson, we took a plea. Position 6 did not appear and will be reset to the final plea calendar. When's the next available final plea? I'm gonna assume that this person also had some issues with the Zoom. I know.
For this case, Your Honor, the state requested a continuance yesterday evening. We got some ballistics.
Oh,
That's
the
correct,
six?
Your Honor.
Yeah,
Okay, so when are do we know when we're continuing that case too?
yes, we continue that one, and I'm probably going to be filing an immunity motion.
Okay, so does that need to go to the motions calendar?
Haven't filed it yet, but.
Okay, Let's put it on the April night in my space, April. I'm not,
Hold on. You know,
okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to give you all this. I got a strong no there that, that belly no, don't do that to me.
April 9th.
We're gonna find out. And I mean, I know most people don't set motion this many, so I do so.
$24.
Okay, so that should give you enough time, Ms. Shelley, to write the motions if necessary. May 24th, reset that case. Mr. McKay is reset for diversion compliance, April 5th, 2023. Position 8, last name Niti from Pong is being reset, February 9th, finally, as requested by the attorney. Mr. Rivera did not appear. However, his attorney has requested reset further notice for jury trial. And Mr. Strand, we also are, same announcement, reset further notice for jury trial. Are there any comments, changes, corrections, questions?
Can you just repeat 8 and 9?
Oh, I hope I can. 8 is, Nisi Frimpong, and that attorney requested a continuance till till February the 9th. Mr. Rivera is reset for the notice for jury trial.
Oh, okay, so there's no Laura Page on your calendar?
I don't have a Laura Page. Do we know what happened to Miss Page?
Or page, hold on.
Then that party is not on my calendar.
She's in reset to, second.
Okay, so Laura Page is reset February 2nd. We know what calendar? Final plea? Final plea February 2nd. Any other comments, changes, questions, corrections? All right. All right, we will be in recess until the next ORCA status / final plea / show cause calendar. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye and Zoom.
Have a good weekend.
You too.